La 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 la. We don't like big expedition, like 2 months in the mountain, you don't do much activity. So we wanted to do a short expedition because we didn't have much time. Like we have the ski season and then the running season, and we like to do things. So the question behind the project, I think it is possible to climb to 8,000 meters in 10 days, 2 weeks without any oxygen and without any support. And that was the question that we didn't know if it was possible.
Perfect vacation before the summer. I couldn't think of any better vacation actually.
Let's say in 5 days how we feel at 7,000 if it's like a vacation.
La forma tradicional d'aclimatar seria anar-te'n a grans altituds i començar a pujar cims cada vegada més alts, baixant a dormir, però baixant a dormir també cada vegada més amunt. I això requeria molt temps i diners.
This year we did a very different preparation for going to Himalayas. We trained at home to acclimatize here and did a very short expedition there to be really fresh and still in shape.
I think one big goal were to see if it was possible to be that acclimatized before we were going there.
Entrenament amb hipòxia significa que tu estàs treballant amb dèficit d'oxigen i, per tant, estàs simulant que estàs amb altitud. El mecanisme que simula l'altitud, els simuladors poden ser de diverses maneres, o des d'una tenda d'hipòxia fins a mascaretes amb mescla de gasos, n'hi ha diverses. Però sembla que probablement el rellevant podria ser que no fos tant el mecanisme com el protocol que tu utilitzes.
In the morning I was going like training normally in the mountains, like doing a long ski tour, 6-7 hours, and then in the afternoon it was mostly like this training in the machine for 1 hour.
Simulant que rodava a 6.000 metres i després dormia simulant que estava a 4.000 metres la primera setmana i progressivament ho augmentava fins que la darrera dormia a 5.800 metres.
I calculated that I had 340 hours in altitude before we were going there.
And the week before leaving, we were sleeping in a hut in the Alps at 4,000 meters and racing Mezzalama that is in high altitude too. Today the weather forecast says minus 27 up in the summit, and here inside the tent it's almost 30 degrees. Yeah, it's a sauna time, huh?
Ooh, here
It sounds empty, huh? Not far away.
feels super close, but it will not be.
There is the camp. Un moment, ara em sents millor? Val, ara et sento bé, Says that that tomorrow it's still good,
Yeah.
and after tomorrow, precipitation. If not tomorrow, we wake up early and we go up and we see how we feel.
Yeah.
And if we go at 7:05 and we feel good, we go up, and if not, we go down.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Your highest night ever.
Yes.
To do an expedition in couple, I think it's nice in a way because you share many great moments, and it's nice the preparation. It's nice to plan that together and to climb together, and it's much more intense. In the other way, you are much more scary all the time. You want to take more care, or you want to.
It's too cold to go outside.
I think put the bar of the risk much lower in a way. It's a beautiful morning. It's hard the altitude.
Yes. Super hard. But beautiful.
When we reached 7,500 meters this day, we were just behind the yellow band, and we decided to turn around. And actually, I wanted to continue like 20 more meters to see a bit how it looks this next part, the yellow band and that. So I started climbing some meters, and Emily started to climb down. And in a moment, I just turned the head to see Emily, and I just saw Emily gliding down the face.
And that was really scary. Like, it was in a place I was so comfortable, but just a little snowflake that was leaving, took me to a really scary situation. So that really got me in some thoughts as well. Like, I know that even if you're comfortable in situation in the mountain, like small accidents can happen, which can be a disaster up there.
You wanted to go fast down, huh? So finally it was good. We didn't go to the summit because the storm arrived. And going down in the dark and in the storm is not the nicest thing. How it's feeling?
I am so tired. I don't think I have ever been this tired before, actually. Yeah.
And it's not bad, the fourth day in the mountain to be at 7.5?
No, and it felt so good. But then I just hit the wall, and I got so tired, and my head is a bit painful.
A en Kilian sempre li ha agradat investigar, i el conillet d'Índies que utilitza és ell mateix. Hi havia estudis precedents, però la major part d'ells simulaven dormir fins a 3.000 metres, i hi havia molts pocs estudis que simulessin dormir per sobre. Aquests pocs estudis que simulaves dormir per sobre són els que es veia que podria ser que et baixessin les defenses. El Kilian va fer això i, a més, els va superar, perquè aquests estudis per sobre estaven sobre 4.000 i ell va començar dormint a 4.000 i va acabar dormint a 5.800, i amb ell no li han baixat les defenses. Però amb ell, no sé si a tu o a mi ens baixarien.
A free Sherpa.
Yeah. And now is time to
But take a good care. Hi, Kilian. You're too fast. And we should take care with them. Okay, here we are. It's our 8.5 day in the mountain, and what are we planning, Kilian, now?
So today we are planning to go to Camp 1 and then tomorrow to the summit. Try to go up there. Hopefully the weather is good tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we have a chance, the plan is to start by midnight.
Yeah.
Because the mornings are always nicer.
But his preparation here, I think, has been really well now, because you have been...
Yeah, resting a lot and climbing high, so that's good.
And eating well, sleeping well, you feel really good, like you move so easy in the altitude. I think it's perfect.
M'agradaria ensenyar-vos aquesta gràfica on es veu el temps tan prolongat de permanència a grans altituds, i si tenim en compte que després les proves que li vam fer van ser absolutament normals, Podem pensar que l'èxit d'haver pogut fer tota aquesta activitat és degut a l'aclimatació tan fantàstica que va fer abans de marxar cap a l'Himàlaia. Això obre el camí a fer més estudis que ens permetin dissenyar aclimatacions simulades de tal manera que a les persones que els hi fa il·lusió fer un cim alt, que no cal parlar de l'Everest, podem parlar del Mont Blanc, puguis oferir-los un tipus d'entreno que els hi permeti fer-ho amb més garanties i amb menys dies d'estada a l'altitud.
Don't wanna see what's in front of me. I feel so far from home. Please come tell me I won't do it alone. I'm so scared of the unknown.
4 hours after we are in Camp 2, and hopefully the sun will come soon so we can warm up a bit, because it's freezing. It's freezing. That's the yellow band. It's hard from 7.5.
Yes.
Whew.
It's so hard. Yeah. No, so it's at least 5 more hours for me to the summit, and I wouldn't feel good being at the summit at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So I think I need to go down and just take very easy the downhill.
Take really care in the downhill.
Yeah.
We'll continue maybe a bit and see how I feel.
Yeah.
I can climb a bit faster or not.
I thought it was possible to reach the summit, but I was so unsure about the hours after, and as it was my first experience with that high altitude, I just didn't want to take the risk.
Save me from this life. Save you be here. Raise me. Save me. Save me from myself. Save you will feel that one. Save me. Save me from this life. Save you be here. Raise me. Save me. Save me from myself. Save you will feel that one.
So now at 8,050 meters. Really hard these last meters. Started snowing, a bit windy, and it's just like 150 meters to the summit. I didn't stop anywhere, like I was just walking a bit around this big plateau for a while. Then when I saw that it was nothing going more up, I just turned it around because it was snowing pretty hard. Estic rebentadíssim. I'm so tired. Whew. Out of the fog and the snowing again, we feel the lack of acclimatization from 7.5, 7.6. From there it's super hard.
El que seria un error greu i perillós és pensar que tothom pot fer el que ha fet el Kilian. El que vull dir és que si tu penses que fas el mes d'entreno del Kilian i logres completar-lo i després te'n vas a l'Everest i ja pots pujar, que no passarà res, és un error, probablement moriràs.
It was a good experience. I really enjoy to be in the mountains with Emily because she's the person I love the most, and she's probably my best partner in the mountains because we take care both, and when we go together we take care of each other then. First experience in a high summit, huh?
Yes.
How it is?
Almost 7,800 meters.
Yeah, that's insane. Like that's
780.
insane in only 10 days.
But we have prepared well at home.
Yeah.
And it's really cool to see that it's possible to make a 7 high, 7 low summit in a few days only.
Yeah.
It makes this much more tempting, I think. The Himalayas.
Yeah. It's not something inaccessible.
Yes, exactly.
It's human size in a way.
Yeah.
On a way. We are really Svensson now. Same clothes, pants, down jacket. Oh, oi, oi, oi.
I think one big goal were to see if it was possible to be that acclimatized before we were going there. The second goal, no,